My dear 11th class students, this is second video of same lesson to serve with love. To serve with love is by E.R. Braithwaite. So, as I already told you that this lesson is divided into three sections, and this is second section of the lesson. In the first section, we learned how the writer, how Mr. Braithwaite, who is a teacher there in a school, how he deals with the ill-mannered students, with the undisciplined students, with the troublemakers. We also learned how he tried different tactics, how he applied different approach of dealing with them, how he started to treat them as young men and young women rather than as mere children. We also learned how he taught Pamela Dare how to enter a classroom and enter into the classroom. So, coming to the second section of this lesson, the writer told the class, the writer tells the whole class that all of them would observe certain courtesies in the classroom. So, what was it about? The student would address the writer, Mr. Braithwaite, who is a teacher there in the school. He tells his student that you can address me with, you can address me as Mr. Braithwaite, or you can call me sir. And similarly, the student would address the girl students as Miss. The male students would be addressed by their surnames. So, while saying all this to the students, one of the student named Porter objected to addressing the girl as Miss. He says, why should we call them Miss? But the writer brought him round very skillfully. He said that after the school, after this period of education, they would be leaving the school, they would be leaving this place, and they would join jobs, they would go into the professional life, they would apply for jobs, and they would have to observe certain courtesies there. So it would help them if they started doing so from the school stage. They would get accustomed to such behavior, to courteous behavior, by the time they went out. The writer then asked Porter, the same boy who objected on addressing the girls as Miss. The writer asked the boy, is there any young lady present in the class whom you consider unworthy of your courtesies? If there was any girl student in the class who did not deserve the honor of being addressing as Miss, do you think there is any lady present in the class whom you think does not deserve, whom you think is unworthy of your courtesies? So, what happened? All the girls in the classroom began to stare at Porter. They started staring at Porter very, very challengingly, and they were very anxious to listen to his answer. So Porter did not have any option. Porter had to agree with the advice of the writer, and so he agreed with the advice of the writer. He agreed on addressing the girls as Miss. The writer believed that all the students present in the classroom were listening to him very carefully. They were listening to him very interestingly, and maybe if they would not understand the whole lecture, the whole thing the writer was discussing of them, if they did not get the 100% of the content, but at least they would get the general point. They would get the general import of the writer's remark. So this second part of this Lesson to Sir with Love was about courtesies, about how he taught them how to address your classmates, how to address girl students with miss, and how to address boys with surnames. So he was successful in doing so because all the students present in the classroom agreed with his advice. So in next video we will be dealing with the third section. We will deal with this third section and we will learn what approach he applies in the third section. Thank you.